introduce to you our latest victim. That definitely needs a lot of love. So what we have is a 1972 Honda CT70 mini bike, but it's a street legal mini bike. You run these around on the road. I think top speeds stock is like 40, 35, 40 around there. And I got this from a fellow YouTuber, Harvey Spooner. We made a trade last summer, and he had it sitting down in his basement 20 years. And he does not know how long it sat wherever it sat before that. But he never had it running. And kind of grabbed it as a parts machine or future build or whatever it was. Until I came along and I traded him my ST125 for 3 different bikes. And this is one of them. And I always had a fondness for these. I always wanted one. So we're gonna go build one. We just say we see if we can get this thing to run. It's probably going to be more of a restoration, not a restoration. Because that's kind of how I do it. Has no plug in it. You think our chances are that the motor turns. Oh, that's good. They're 72 cc's. They made a standard and an automatic. I actually have 1 or 2 more of these to do. I think this one's just the 3-speed automatic. It is fairly trashed. It is. The handlebars are beat, crushed, and bent over, kinked sideways. Some kid had fun there, huh? I left some memories and scars. Front fender stuffed. I don't know if the front forks are good or not. They look like they're pretty much in straight angle. Back rims got a ding in her. I don't know what we got for fluids. I would say pretty much next to nothing. I don't see much in there. All the lights are missing. Exhaust is beat. Seats beat. Handlebars are beat. Chain. She's been rode by a kid that loved this thing to death, and unfortunately, it looks like it's gone to death. So let's regroup a little bit. We'll take a minute and start getting into it. See if we can get spark, and then pull that carb, and we'll see what it looks like inside the gas tank and all that kind of happy stuff. Yeah. The one saving grace about this project is we have parts. And with this one is another one. It's like somebody scabbed on like a 90cc rear tire. It has a lot of stuff that's good that the other bike has that is bad. It has the good front fender. The wheels look like they're in better shape. Rear sprocket, maybe. No, it's a different rim anyway. It's got the directional. It's got the rear taillight. Handlebars are probably less bent than the ones that are on it. So I think between the two of them, we should be able to put a bike together. What do you say we do that? I've never owned one of these before this, so you and I are going to get an education at the same time. Let's go take a look up the top and see what we got. Yeah. I bet you that battery's no good. And the gas cap. That's not a good sign. Going in. I'll try to anyway. Let's see. Well, pleasantly surprising. I expected, see, a lot worse than that. See if I can get you. You guys can see down the side there. You see a fuel line probably about 2 inches up. It's got sludging all on the bottom. But I wouldn't say that's ridiculously terrible. I'm not sure if that pops out of there or if that's part of the frame. Actually, it looks like it's removable. Looks like it's a separate gas tank. Ow! Which one of you pushed that seat on me? Considering that seat wants to fight, let's go get that out of the way first. Lose those washers. There you go. Now you can't beat us up anymore. I think it's probably going to need 12 volts, 6 volts rather, to have spark. So I gotta go look and see what I have. I wouldn't exactly say that battery is going to be salvageable. Yeah. Nope. So we get off that custom high-angled exhaust there too. I would think we'd be able to fix that. It's welded in an elbow, as long as the rest of it's decent. Yeah, it's blown out in the bottom. And it looks like it has nest material in there of some sort. So our best probably throw a little bit of oil in it. And we'll let that, if it runs, kind of mix around inside there, and then we'll drain it out. Get rid of all the sludge that's in the bottom. These are real popular to put in RVs, campers, old air-cooled VWs. Think it'll read on the stick? Think that was enough? Let's go see if we can get anything. Nope. I don't see it running out the bottom yet, though. That's a good sign. Again, I have no idea. You figure the bike probably got stopped. Probably stopped riding it due to some mechanical failure. Generally is, I don't know why they died. So, judging by the fact the spark plug is out of it, I wonder if it lost spark. Let's go a little more. But I do know some of the Honda stuff does need to have the battery though to make it so it does have spark. I'm not sure of that on this one though. I think we'll get some this time. Emma. Now we're reading. About halfway up. So threaded in is probably all the way up. Good. What do we want to do next? We should probably get a spark plug of sorts just for the heck of it, and we'll lay that up on top of there. We'll turn the key to the on position. We'll give her a couple of kicks and see if anything happens. Well, I guess that would be the kill button. Would have been a kill button, and it just would have an on-off switch on the key. And it's got two positions on it. One's probably lights on and off, I would guess. I don't know if this one even ever had directionals on it. It may not have. See if we see any wires poking out. Around this time it was kind of optional. Mopeds were the same way too. You can get them with and without lights. Directionals, blinkers. I don't see anything. Only one going back to the tail light. These going to the rectifier, to the battery. Yeah, maybe it never had them. High beam, low beam, it has a switch for, but I don't see a switch for directionals. Let's see if the it's got 3,000 miles on it. Yeah, I don't see any kind of indicator for anything. So good. For us for inspection. If it didn't come with it from the factory, we don't need to put them on. One less thing to get wrecked. Alright, let's go grab a plug. Into the stash. Think that one will do? I know it's got a small plug hole. Let's go give that one a shot. And we want to ground it against that. Make sure that key is on. All the way up. Let's see what we get. You see anything? I don't see anything. Put your tongue on that. Give it a shot. I have a 6-volt battery charger. I'm going to try hooking that up to the battery leads and see if that helps at all. Get it to the batteries. It's got tape kind of hanging off and bare wire for, looks like the ground side, so we can ground out to that. Yeah, I don't know. Let me try. Might be able to push the fuse holder back. Let's see. Get on that little nub right there. The other side. And make sure we arc that against the frame. Let's go plug that in. See if it does anything. Make sure our charger's on 6. It is. Ready for the smoke? Poof. And what do you think? I was waiting for something miraculous to happen, but it didn't happen. Any headlight or anything? The switch doesn't even move. Maybe we'll just grab a test light, see if we got any kind of power. Making sure we got power going to it. Yeah, let's see if the battery charger's putting anything out first. Yep. And let's see if we get it to ground. So we have power going in. Let's make sure that the 12-volt side of things is doing what it's supposed to. I wonder if we dig into that tape a little. Let's probe the back of that. There we go. So we got 6 volts going up to the plug and out. We'll probably just get rid of this battery altogether. It's not really doing anything. I'll have to just cut that right off, right? Somebody else hardwired that. You want to keep an eye on things when I'm getting wire cutters. And I'll just get that right out of the loop. Alright, 12 volts, and let's go see if we got spark. I think the next logical step would be to get into the magneto and check the points and all that. But let's go and put our finger over and see if we get any kind of compression happening. Yeah. Sounds weird though, doesn't it? That it pops back to the intake like that. That sounds very... What do I want to do? What do you want to do? Check one more time. Oh, wait. I think I might have kind of possibly saw one spark. Just one though. Let's go try that again in the dark. The other part too is I could be totally hallucinating and nothing happened at all. Let's get down to those screws. I do have the proper GIS screwdrivers. Although that screw looks like somebody else put something else in there. It looks like somebody may have lost a screw and found whatever they had laying around. Let's get that out of there. Maybe a little rattling performance. Can't even tell what kind of screw that is. We'll go for this set first. Gotcha! I'm gonna pull that second cover off too. Probably gonna end up taking that mag right out of there. Let's go. We're getting lucky. But every time you say that, your luck has a tendency to run out, doesn't it? Like I said. I think we got more under here too. Nope. Let's go give that one a few up taps too. Where'd it go? Where is it? Needs hammer. Kickstart out too. Yelling at me right now, put a lube on it. Didn't break it. And I'm going to get a shot on it. Nope, not having it. Perfect opportunity to try a newly acquired tool toy. I like that. How cool is that? Shake and break. Shake and break came through. That's worth the price of admission right there, right? Nasty screws that don't want to play well. Tell me you won't come out. We are in. We are in, and there's a lot of crud in that magneto. It looks like it was underwater. I think our best bet might even be just to pull the mag right off. What do you think? You know you got to go in there anyway, so. Sometimes threads on something like this can be reverse thread or left-handed thread. And my eyesight's not as great as it used to be. So what I do, I just kind of stick my fingernail in the remaining threads and I turn it and I find out if I'm going to bind. And if I do, I know I'm running into the thread, so that's just regular. Milwaukee will have enough snot to get it. The answer to that would be no. But we threaten it with air. I hope somebody didn't really mess that up. I think somebody ran that on with. That ain't good. That ain't good. Yeah, somebody was in there before us, and they, I think they put a standard nut on a metric or along those lines. That makes it interesting, doesn't it? Let's see if we can get under it. Still get air on it. Bit of love lost on that one. Let's. Let me think for a minute what I want to do for a puller. Might just whack it with a hammer. What do you think? That one or that one? Let's go try the little one first. See if it's got enough room to get in there. So, yeah. I don't know if these jaws are going to be able to, that's the problem. Can I put the little jaws on the big one? Is that even a possibility? Check ball just fell out of that tin. So we want to see if, first of all, is that even going to fit in there? Yeah, that one will. So let's see if we can get that, and hopefully it'll open far enough. Yeah. Get rid of that one. They make a tool that threads into the center. I don't have that tool, so that's why we're using a puller. But watch that not go back far enough for us. Come on. I'll give it best fighting chance. We're in. Let's go and crank down that center one. See if that'll hold them. That holds them from spreading, you know. Get some pressure on it. I'll give it a whack with a hammer. Actually, it might be coming. Want to hit it? Let's hit it. Mushrooming over the end of that, but it's already pretty screwed. Oh, she's a tough one, she is. You need to put something through there to hold it. See if that's a little bit better line of sight for you. You know, the puller hits there. We won't want to take out the magneto. Actually, we want to go that way. I don't like the fact I'm getting close to that mag. Those coils. I'm going to contemplate for a little bit. And we'll hit it with an air hammer. See if we can shake her up a little. So I took it back off again. We need to grind the surface of this back away so that a nut can get back on there. The threads behind it look like they are possibly okay. I would like to get that wheel off of there and chase them though, the new nut. But for now, until we get the correct tool that pulls this off, I'm going to stop so I don't damage it anymore. And I don't know if you guys can see those points in there. I would say we should probably just do our best to try to clean them from the outside. There's really not too much more we can do. You see that condenser, how nasty that is. You know, I'm definitely expecting issues. So let's go see if we can do that. See if we can kind of work through that little window there, get them cleaned up, and spin it around again. Hopefully it gets more than one spark. Start by cleaning it out. Think that did anything? Excellent. Huh? That makes me happy. So you know what that means, don't you? A little premix. Over some. And let's see if you get anything. The intake was sounding really weird, so I don't know if we have a bad... Did you go with the intake valve? We're gonna find out. Hopefully. It decides to play well. Fires up. Then the magneto comes off on the other side and goes shooting across the garage. This. Down there. Going in! Hope it's not in gear. Did that just shoot? Did that shoot out of there? The gas just came out of the intake. I don't know, shoot fire at my feet. Someone put oil in there. You think that's the oil that I put in the crankcase? Doesn't have a choke, which it should. That is totally seized, so whatever position it's in is where it's going to stay. Wants to. Grabbing the throttle like it's doing anything. We may have to clear it out. It's that, or it was old gas that made its way down through the carburetor. I was hoping. When I saw that come out of the exhaust, that means there's just way too much of some kind of fluid in there. The plug looks like sopping wet. Yeah. I don't think that's gonna run too good. I'm gonna go kick it through a bunch. Too bad. To regroup, do it again. It'd be funny if I grabbed the oil bottle instead of the gas bottle when I filled it. But nope. Let's go give that a little bit. Yes, no? You'll get a good kick out of it too. It kind of slips. You give it. Ready in. That looks like a ton of oil. What is that? I hope that's not like a hole in the piston and it's just pumping oil into the... But it feels like it's got compression. Alright, we got to figure out what's going on with all that oil. Hopefully it's just not something in the crankcase that I put in there flowing to the front and flooding it out. Let's go pop that bottom valve cover off. There you go. Even tight. See if the oil pours out of the motor. No. Pop the... That one was loose too. Somebody was definitely here before us trying to figure out what's going on. That has a lot of play. That's got like 30 thou. That's got a little play. I wonder if it's got a lot of play though, because the valve's not closing all the way. It feels like it has compression to it. I mean, there's not much to these motors anyway, but still. Definitely sounds weird though, doesn't it? Let's go pull. What do you want to do? You want to take probably the intake and the exhaust off maybe? Maybe we'll bolt the carb, get it right off. We'll see if, see if this thing is kind of backed up. We'll also pull the muffler off and see how much pours out of the muffler. Give ourselves a better idea. See if it kind of keeps coming, you know. Take that off, we'll kick it through. Fluid's going through, then we know maybe something internal. She no good. Let's get rid of some of that dirt first. It's gonna fall into it. Good enough. So you can get that slide to crack loose. There it goes. Came out, that's a good sign. Sometimes that doesn't even happen. What do we need? We need a 10 mil. Took the screw out of the air cleaner and one out of the other side. We still have one to deal with. Be in there on an angle. What do you think? It's gonna ooze out the top. I think it probably would have sucked that through already, but I got screw in the bottom of the air cleaner to get yet. Take that last one out. How many places is that thing held in by? I think it goes into the frame. Yeah. I'm gonna take the screw off the carb and just take it. Leave the. I was hoping the whole thing was gonna go in one shot, but that worked well, didn't it? Just a little bit of mud on that carb, huh? Had endured its share of fun in its life. That's what it was made for. See them all clean and pretty. Never got used. Had a misspent youth. Oh, sure, it comes out the other end now. Alright. Our petrified fuel line. Just go hold that to the side. Two fuel lines. Oh, reserved because the pet's on it, that's why. So it's got reserve and on. Hence the two fuel lines. Now just for principle, I want to get that air cleaner off out of there. No, you're not. You may think you are. Alright, fine. Let's go work on the tin down here. Let's see if we can get the exhaust off of it. I'd be willing to say that we should probably soak those, but let's just throw a wrench on them and get a feel for what we got. Funny how that works, huh? Sometimes things just doesn't work. I'm gonna lube them up anyway. Yeah, let's see if we can exercise them out of there. Why cause more work for ourselves, right? Slow down a little bit. Spending 5 minutes more on something can save you hours in fixing stuff later. We gotta take that apart and fix it anyway. Plus it'll look cool when fire shoots out the bottom of it. If fire shoots out the bottom of it when it fires up. Lights the bucket on fire. One more to get. And hopefully that won't crack loose. You think it'll go? There's like a 7/16 nut on the other side. Someone's been there ahead of us. Listen, when you were a little kid, you did what you can do. Right, that's definitely 7/16. You know, somebody replaced the stud or just kind of hoovered another nut on there. Damn it. They're like right there. not the same as the Magneto deal, you know? Pulling away, there's a gap there. There's a good quarter-inch. It's walked down. It might even be a bolt. Maybe it's a bolt that's coming out of it. There it goes. I don't know where I flung it. See where it went? I think it's down by the tire. Let's get that out of our way. Put a bucket under it just in case. Nope. You gotta tap it with a hammer. Hammer and a big screwdriver. You think the last time that was off? Never. I don't know if that's going to clear. I think there might be 2 wedges in there that are supposed to drop out. It might or might not. Yeah, I can see them. They're just frozen into place. Let's see if we can tap on them. Bottom one looks like it's moving. Yeah, the bottom one's coming out. Let's get that one out. And that should give us room for the top one to move, maybe. Like this. So close. We're in. We're in. One thing I can say is the plug was out of it, so I wonder if just somebody dumped oil in it a long time ago. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And it's drawn in. We're not getting any more oil, so that's a good sign. Let's go. Plug's easier to get out now too. Let's try. See how wet that is first. Okay, we'll blow that off with an air gun. Change your battery and regroup. Double check for spark one more time, make sure we're still good on that. And then we will not put any fuel in it. Oh yeah, that great spark. Let's not put any fuel in it. There might be still enough in there. And if not, then we'll just try dumping a little bit right down the intake. Just want to hear it go, you know what I mean? There's wishing for fire out of the hole. But we moved the rag. Gas soaked rag. All right, where is it? I'm going to give it how much? See smoke? Okay. Come on. A little more. A little too much. Hydro lock it. I heard fire. Do you want to just get into the carb? I think it'll go. I kind of was hoping to get ourselves a little bit of a excitement rally going there. Adjust those valves too, but I want it to run. That's pretty wet. I want it to run so that whatever crap is on the valves will seat. What I'm hoping for. As I said, that one valve is really got a lot of room. A lot of times these little motors don't like running without the carb on there. It just doesn't give a little bit of back pressure. I have the cleaner warming up for the carb. One last try, and then we'll tear into it. Time! I call time. I'm not going to put a feeler gauge on it right now, but I'm going to go take and get rid of all that movement. That's way overkill. Yeah, see if we can get that crack loosened. Get a little bit of that in there. Call it right there. I'd say that's a 6.5. See if that made a difference for us. You think we should put that valve cover back on? At least hand tight. I would call that open. Give her one more squirt. I'm good with that to move forward. I just make sure that all the camshaft, all that kind of stuff is working correctly. Fire! Fire coming out of the intake. Whoops. That'll set it on fire. Watch. What do you want to work the squirt bottle for me? A little bit more. A little more than normal. I'm working the throttle. So I think that might have been it. I think the intake valve was way too loose. That's why it wouldn't run. Might have been the last time it, the last issue. All right, I'm good. I'm happy. It fired on its own. I think now we dig into getting that carburetor off of there and see if we can get that to do some functioning on its own. Alright guys, so maybe we're going to call this a bit of a teaser because I'm going to end this video right here and we'll start up again on the next video in a couple of minutes, but that'll be a couple of days for you. Hope you enjoyed it so far and you're into it. You know, you see that sub button, sub up, and when the next notification comes around you get more on the continuation of this massive machine. Didn't like something. Like a valve just kind of go. He's dead, Jim. But she did live. Something happened though.